Hello, my amazing narcissistic abuse family. I know it's been a minute. I finished a book, you guys. So it's not going to be out for a couple months. I will keep you posted. But I guess that was tying up my time. I have a great topic that I get asked about quite a bit. And it's for anyone that's trying to navigate boundaries, low contact, no contact with your narcissistic parent. So basically, I will tell you what I did and how I went from there. So I initiated no contact in August of 2019. Right now, it's March of 2022. Going strong, loving every minute, couldn't be happier. But I'll tell you what, so I realized that I was dealing with a narcissistic mother early, like January 2019. So educating yourself is the best way that you can arm yourself against these ruthless, malicious attackers. So that's crucial. Always educate yourself, learn everything that you can. You could spot them from a mile away. See exactly what you're doing, remove yourself from it, step back, and it's actually almost humorous when you see it unfolding like a textbook. They all do the same stuff. So what I'm saying is prioritize yourself first and foremost, because you've been abused by these people for decades. They had no regard for you, no respect for you. So now it's time to have concern for yourself. I know it's hard because we were trained to have no self-worth, no self-respect, but part of healing is reconciling that, and you need to focus on it going forward. So when you're dealing with your narc parent or parents, I have a toxic duo, so it's the two of them. And initially, what I tried to do, I thought it would be the path of least resistance, and that's what I'm encouraging you to focus on. Whatever's going to bring you the least amount of aggravation and grief from them. They've caused you enough problems. They've taken up enough of your life, abusing you and making you miserable. So now it's time to take the bull by the horns and to put the ball in your court and do things on your terms. So initially, I was like, I'm just going to back away from these people, try to take my space, set boundaries. So for me, that was gray rocking. Gray rocking, if you're not familiar, it means like yes or no answers. You don't give these people any supply, because I, as the black sheep, was unlimited supply for this narc and the henchman. I was just, I had it in my head like, oh, this is my mother, so she should have full access to me and my life because I thought I could trust her. I thought she genuinely loved me. And all along, this was not the case. That's something that you have to reconcile in order to heal and move forward. So I was like, I'll just take some space and kind of back off. And as I said, you just give them yes or no answers if you have to interact with them or speak with them. You don't offer anything other than the bare minimum, nothing but the facts. So I was doing that. And if you can do that, awesome. Take that route. But in my situation, of course, it infuriated the narc because she's not used to not getting her way. So that was a narcissistic injury, I guess you could say. Like, I don't know if she knows that I figured her out, but I clearly have. And then that resulted in a narcissistic rage where they will carry on like a precocious child not getting their way, because we are dealing with adult children here. I don't even like to use the term child because children are beautiful and amazing, and narcissists are the complete antithesis of all things good and endearing. But anyway, so she carried on like a tantrum, She stuck the henchmen on me. They were sending me like all this kind of hate mail trying to like beat me back into compliance. I call it black sheep bashing if you want to go back and look at some of my videos. So I was like, okay, this is not going to work. I'm cutting contact altogether. They left me no choice. And you might find yourself in that position. If these people are constantly berating you and attacking you, and as I have learned, narcissists don't know any other way than their way, and they have to get what they want. So, again, it was not going to be received well. So, my husband and I took the posture that we're just going to take some space. We just need a break right now. So give us some space. Well, don't you know, we were on the eve of like Thanksgiving and Christmas and all the holidays that of course my husband and I always host. So the toxic duo was just fit to be tied, had no place to go, no one to use and abuse. Because, again, I'm the black sheep. That's my primary role. So, didn't like that. So, I was taking too much time. So, again, all of the things that they're going to do, lashing out at you, calling you the narcissist, telling you that you need professional help, that's all projection, first of all. But they will attack you to the death because they will never assess themselves. They will never take responsibility or accountability for any of their wrongdoings or any of their flaws. No, it couldn't possibly be them. It has to be you. So I was like, I am so done with this. So Joe and I, as I said, we were taking time for ourselves, and we just kept that momentum going. And as I said, and then they finally realized, I guess, that I don't want anything to do with them anymore. So they don't leave me alone, as you've seen in my previous videos. If you haven't checked them out, they're all there. They constantly try to, again, just beat me back into compliance. They, in spite of all of this time that has gone by, that I have not been in contact with them, and that I have made it painfully clear that I'm not going to tolerate their disrespect anymore, they keep the same narrative that there's something wrong with me, I'm terrible. They will never evaluate themselves or their part in anything because, of course, they are perfect in their deluded minds. So, whatever it looks like for you, do that. If you want to take my approach, by all means, have at it. Like I said, I tried to initiate low contact, so that I wouldn't have to cut it off completely. I was trying to not, we have hearts and souls. We're decent people. We don't want to do this, but they leave us no choice. You have to protect yourself. The emotional and mental, psychological abuse will take a toll on you in some form or another. Physical, mental, and emotional. It catches up to you, whether you realize it or not. And you don't realize it because it's been normalized by them, and we have been, since birth, trained to tolerate the abuse and the mistreatment. It's the worst dynamic. But rest assured, don't ever doubt yourself. It is all their doing. In the beginning, when they were sending me all this hate mail and stuff, I was actually responding because I wanted to put it all out there. You know, I wanted to know that I made every possible effort. So I did, and I called them out on very specific examples of things that they had done that had hurt me or disrespected me. And of course, then came the toxic amnesia, the historical revisionism. So things that I said that didn't happen, toxic amnesia, or historical revisionism, where they remembered things differently, right? Where they're the victim and I am, of course, the villain, keeping with their narrative. So, again, I cannot stress it enough. If you are trying to navigate how to proceed with your narcissistic parents, do whatever is in your best interests. If you can just keep them at bay and like get them out of your space, out of your life, do that. Low contact and not ruffle any feathers and just, live your best life and keep them on the outskirts, do that. But if they rage and they keep coming at you or something of that nature, cut contact completely. Love it. The only regret that I have ever heard from people in this community is the fact that they did not do this sooner. I'm 41 years old now, and I did it, like 39. It took me all this time, I guess, to put the pieces together. So it's never too late. And if you're younger, God bless you. I love that. No one should ever tolerate this mistreatment or abuse, particularly from your own parents. It's the most grossest injustice in the world. And yes, we got a raw deal. But you have to come to terms with the fact that you don't have parents. You never did. You never will. And you're a better person for it. We will be everything that these people were not for us. I love my family with everything I have. Joe and I have beautiful, beautiful daughters and our beautiful son, Joey, that passed. But we're giving them a life that we wanted, we needed, and we never got. And supporting and loving these children, it's amazing. It feels so good, and that's what we deserve, but we didn't get it. So X these people out of your life if need be, if you can't keep them at bay with low contact or no contact. So we are bumped, we are bruised, but more than anything, we are blessed. Please subscribe, like, share with anyone you think this applies to. I have so much merch here because I just did my one-on-one interview with Narc Abuse TV. I have black mugs, white mugs, stickers, t-shirts, you name it. If you haven't checked out my merch, I designed this logo all by myself. I'm super proud of it. And I like to say it's like a badge of honor that you have survived what you have. And you came out on top because you're here and you're learning about it and you're bettering yourself. There's t-shirts back there, Joe hung up. I can't really. It's kind of getting dark. But I have a link for my merch in the description. And as I said, please subscribe if you have not already. I love you all. We are family.